This is Zena Morgan or Zena Thomas. She's 60 years old. I don't know which name she's going by, but this is sad. This is what we have in Michigan, and this is why these houses look the way they look. Because we have people in places who's stealing. Feds. Detroit nonprofit director ran fraud scheme to steal homes from low-income residents. The director of a Detroit nonprofit is facing charges for her alleged involvement in a scheme that stole more than 30 homes from low-income Wayne County residents. Zena Thomas, 60 of Detroit, was serving as the director of home ownership programs for the United Community Housing Coalition when federal officials say she conspired with others to steal more than 30 properties across Wayne County, mostly in Detroit. The United Community Housing Coalition is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that offers housing assistance to low-income Detroit residents. The UCHC and its leadership cooperated with the investigation. Thomas is accused of orchestrating a scheme to defraud others by filing multiple fraudulent quitclaim deeds, frequently transferring the target properties from the victim owners to non-existent interim owners, before ultimately selling the properties to unwitting third parties. The scheme targeted low-income individuals who were facing potential tax foreclosure. The fraudulent deeds were falsely notarized by Thomas and another person before they were filed with the Register of Deeds. Thomas is accused of emailing a Wayne County Treasurer's Office employee fake driver licenses and other documents, which were then uploaded into the Treasurer's Property Tax Administration System to stop pending foreclosures. Investigators said that Thomas received payment for at least some of the properties via wire transfer into a bank account in the same name of her realty company. The funds were then transferred to her personal bank account. Officials said Thomas currently lives in one of the properties involved in the scheme. Thomas has been charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud, money laundering, and aggravated identity theft. She was arrested on Wednesday, February 28, 2024. Local nonprofit director charged in pernicious deed fraud scheme targeting low-income Detroiters. United States Attorney Eisen stated, "This scheme targeted some of our most financially vulnerable citizens and was perpetrated by an individual whose job it was to help those very people avoid losing their homes to foreclosure. This arrest is the result of a multi-agency cooperative investigation involving both federal and state law enforcement and is reflective of our ongoing efforts to identify and disrupt fraud schemes like this as quickly as possible." This case was investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Department of Housing and Urban Development Office of the Inspector General, and the Detroit Police Department. Significant investigative assistance was provided by the Wayne County Register of Deeds Mortgage and Deed Fraud Unit. The case is being prosecuted by Assistant United States Attorney Ryan A. Patrica. Guys, remember to hit that like button on your way out. And remember, don't allow anyone to steal your joy. And I have something extra I want to say. This is why our city looks the way it looks. We have people doing documentaries on our city about the housing destruction. This is why we have people in places like this who's stealing. And whoever helped her, they need to go too, because she had to go through different departments to get that help and assistance to do this to people and put them out their home. And she's living in it. You wonder what happened to those people. They probably lived in those homes for longer than she ever knew. This is sad, Detroit.